about Season 7. So a little while back, not long after Michelle Dockery tied the knot, a magician from coastal Spain shared a snap on Instagram. It had Hugh Bonneville, Laura Carmichael, Michelle Dockery, Alan Leach, Leslie Nichol, and Phyllis Logan chilling together in Spain. Word got around that Peacock, the streaming service owned by Universal, which holds the rights to Downton Abbey, put them up there. Everyone started guessing they were in talks for some new Downton thing exclusive to Peacock in the US. Turns out, the speculation was spot on. So the word on the street is that this picture pretty much confirms who's coming back for the next chapter. It's kind of intriguing when you think about it, because Elizabeth McGovern, Tuppence Middleton, and Matthew Good aren't in there, and neither are most of the regular downstairs crew from Downton Abbey. Since then, insiders have been speculating that the next chapter will fast forward to the mid to late 1930s. Rumor has it that both Cora and Carson have passed away, and a bunch of Downton's old staff have hung up their aprons, including Anna and Bates. The gossip mill suggests the story will mainly center on the younger generation of characters. There's also this rumor floating around that part of the new series is being filmed in Spain, hence why the cast got flown there. Word on the street is that Spain's standing in for some exotic locations where a bunch of the new faces will be shooting. This has sparked chatter that a big chunk of George and maybe even Sibby's storyline may play out overseas rather than at Downton Abbey. Folks are guessing they might get caught up in the Spanish Civil War or head off to North Africa, both hotspots for conflict and archaeology back in the day. There's another whisper going around that the creators are borrowing some ideas from fan content, whatever that means. But the gist is, rumor suggests that a bunch of the Gilded Age and a bits of A New Era were inspired by certain fan creations to kickstart these projects out of pre-production limbo. So if you're a fan creator, you might want to keep your eyes peeled for any familiar themes or storylines popping up. It's no shocker that they are making another season, as it was the most watched PBS drama of all time and received generally positive reviews from critics for movies and series both. Downton Abbey remains a television treasure that won't soon be forgotten. 6 TV seasons and 2 movies later, fans have the opportunity to reunite with some of their favorite characters for the sequel season. That being said, enough about that. Let's discuss some of the most fascinating Downton Abbey behind-the-scenes facts. A few of these facts involve odd smells. Number 1. The real-life Downton Abbey estate is none other than Highclere Castle, nestled in Hampshire, England. This stunning piece of architecture has had its fair share of Hollywood spotlight, even making appearances in films like Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. And get this, it's the actual home of the Earl and Countess Carnarvon. But wait, there's more! If you're not already in awe that someone calls this majestic place home, you can actually pay a visit yourself. Whether you fancy some posh afternoon tea, want to explore the Downton Abbey filming spots, or even dream of tying the knot in a fairy tale setting, Highclere Castle has got you covered. It's like stepping into a piece of history with all the modern amenities. Number 2. To keep things authentic, many of the costumes on Downton Abbey were never washed. Sophie McShera, who plays Daisy the kitchen maid, even spilled the beans to the Telegraph that their outfits would start to get a bit ripe. Talk about staying true to history. McShera also spilled that there are removable underarm patches that did get washed, thank goodness for small mercies, but that didn't make those long days on set any less funky. But it wasn't just the stinky clothes causing costume drama. Historical advisor Alastair Bruce revealed that finding waistcoats for the male actors was a challenge, since men back in the 1910s were often smaller in stature. And let's not forget about the ladies. Bruce had to make sure the noble women were strapped into corsets and decked out in the right bling. It sounds like a cozy day at the office, doesn't it? Number 3. Alastair Bruce was the historical advisor for all 6 seasons of Downton Abbey and the first movie, ensuring that everything from manners to social norms was spot on for the time period. The series kicks off in 1912, right after the Titanic tragedy, and rolls on through the late 1920s with the upcoming Downton Abbey: A New Era. His job was no small feat. He taught the cast how to properly curtsy, fixed up their posture, and even fine-tuned their walking speed. In an interview with Town and Country, Bruce credited some of the show's success to its meticulous attention to historical accuracy. I think the attention to detail that I've been a part of, and getting history right, gives the viewer greater confidence, he said. They feel they're being taken into a time legitimately, and that seals the deal. Bruce's expertise wasn't limited to Downton Abbey either. He lent his historical know-how to other projects, including the Oscar-winning film The King's Speech. Number 4. Can you imagine Gillian Anderson stepping into the role of the Countess of Grantham? Almost happened. Yep, the actress known for her roles in The X-Files, Sex Education, and The Crown was actually offered the part of Cora Crawley. While Anderson would undoubtedly bring her own brand of brilliance to Lady Grantham, it's pretty tough to picture anyone other than the fabulous Elizabeth McGovern in that role. Fun fact, McGovern wasn't a stranger to her on-screen hubby before Downton Abbey. Hugh Bonneville, who plays Lord Grantham, had already played her spouse twice in other projects. Talk about on-screen chemistry. Number 5. It might surprise you, but many of the accents in Downton Abbey aren't historically accurate, and that's by design. According to historical advisor Alastair Bruce, the real aristocratic dialect of the time would be downright tedious for modern ears. Sure, each character had to learn a specific way to speak based on their social status and upbringing, but it's not a spot-on representation of how folks actually spoke back in the 1910s and 1920s. Even with these intentional tweaks, Downton Abbey still creates a meticulously crafted world that fans will deeply miss once the series wraps up. Number 6. Love was definitely in the air on the set of Downton Abbey. Laura Carmichael, aka Lady Edith, and Michael C. Fox, who played Andrew Parker, reportedly started dating back in 2016, and their love story has only gotten sweeter. They've recently embarked on an adventure even bigger than stardom, parenthood. According to The Sun, the happy couple welcomed a baby boy in March 2021, making their little one a true Downton legend in the making. While Carmichael and Fox might be the show's only upstairs-downstairs love story, Rose Leslie, who played housemaid Gwen Dawson, found her own romance in the TV universe with none other than Kit Harington from Game of Thrones. Number 7. The eternal longing for a time when Matthew and Mary Crawley reigned supreme. We're living in a new era now. But here's a little reminder, Matthew's heartbreaking demise wasn't actually in the cards from the get-go. Creator Julian Fellowes didn't plan for his character to meet such a tragic end. Nope, it was actor Dan Stevens who made the tough call to bid farewell to Downton Abbey, hoping to dodge the dreaded typecasting trap. But fear not, fans. While we may forever mourn the loss of the angelic Matthew Crawley, Dan Stevens went on to conquer other TV shows and movies, including Disney's Beauty and the Beast reboot. Now, Lady Sybil's departure, played by Jessica Brown Findlay, was a different story. The showrunners saw it coming from the start. Fellowes spilled the tea to Vanity Fair, revealing that when Findlay was cast, she made it clear she wanted to stick around for no more than 3 years. In hindsight, Fellowes regrets not giving both characters the chop in that gut-wrenching Christmas special car crash. Ouch. Well, that's it for today. What's your favorite Downton Abbey moment or character? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more intriguing content. Until next time, happy watching!